new series queen, Slate comedy icon George Wallace stars as a father who hasn't seen his child in 23 years until she returns as her authentic self, played by daytime Emmy winner Laverne Cox. Take a look.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Ooh, that's broke. I gotta fix it. Oh, you all right? Ain't nobody sat in that chair for 23 years. Oh, my.
You look just like I remembered you.
Yeah, I can't say the same thing about you.
Definitely not. But so much better, right?
You know you could have given me a heads up on this.
It felt like an awkward thing to put in an email, you know?
More awkward than this?
Good point.
Please welcome Laverne Cox and the fabulous George Wallace.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's happening, man?
This is wonderful, huh? See this lady right here? I've been knowing her for 80 years.
80 years.
Listen, I'm almost about to cry because when we get together, we have nothing but fun all the time, you know, and just great.
It's been a while. I haven't seen him in a while, and this, I mean, this is not my question, but I'm just going to say it's magnificent. The show is fun.
Yes.
And y'all are terrific together.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, no, thank you, and thank Norman.
Amen.
You know,
Norman Lear.
the great Norman Lear. Now, Alyssa actually has the question.
Yeah, so George, that's what I was going to ask you.
What were you going to ask me?
You two created this new series, Clean Slate, and this all started after you went to see the late, great Norman Lear to talk about remaking Sanford and Son. Yeah. And this kind of came about. What can you tell us about it?
I said, it's time to reboot Sanford and Son. Basically, I just wanted to hear because that music makes you feel good even if you're not watching the show. I like feeling good all the time. So I said, let's go to Norman, let's reboot this show. He said, that's an iconic show, you can't do that, but come back with a twist. I went back, I was talking to my friend and collaborator, writer, Dan Ewan, and we were just talking about some things, and everybody's talking about Orange is the New Black. Orange is the New Black. And they were talking about Laverne Cox. They were talking about Laverne Cox. Guess what? I hadn't met her, didn't know her, but I said, I got to work with this lady.
Yeah.
What if I had a son that left Alabama, came up to New York to do it? I didn't hear from him in 23 years. I get a call, Dad, I'm coming home tomorrow. I tell the whole neighborhood, my son is coming home.
George, the show is both really funny but also heartfelt.
Yeah.
We knew the funny was coming, but much of that comes from how you play Harry and the chemistry you and Laverne, who plays Desiree, have. What are you taking away from working on this project together, aside from the new family?
Well, what we're doing is actually promoting love. That's what my life is all about, is love, no matter what. And no matter who you are, no matter where you come from. I think I'm a little ahead of myself. Sometimes I think I'm Jesus. No, the reason is because I just want to love everybody. I don't care where you come from or what you're doing. And live your life. It's all about love. And at the point I learned it was tough for Harry as a character, but I did learn as Harry, and that's what we're doing with America, educating America, that you have a second chance to love. It's my child. I got to love my child no matter what. So that's where Harry comes from.
Well, Jesus, I got a question for Laverne.
You got 3 days. Go ahead.
Could you imagine what days on sets were like?
But Laverne, you have done always such an incredible job weaving together your art and your activism. And this show is a poignant and beautiful example of just that. The transgender community has been heavily targeted in the last few weeks. One example,
Actually, the last several years, but go on.
yeah, but the last 2.5 weeks have been a doozy.
It's a mess, yeah.
Okay, and one example is that transgender people have been unable to update their gender markers on passports after President Trump's executive order defining sex as either male or female. So how do you respond to that, and what does it feel like to bring clean slate to the world right now, at this moment?
Well, the clean slate piece feels divine, and it feels, it's really been the past several years for me as a trans person, because this started at the state level many years ago. 26 states ban gender-affirming care for young people. So this has been happening on the state level for many years. So I've been devastated because trans families have had to relocate for many years. Parents have been criminalized, so it's been devastating. Now it's happening on a federal level. So I love trans people. I just love people, and it's horrible. But love and family and what I really love about our show is that there are Chelma Hopkins plays Ella, the legend, and she's this really loving, amazing Christian woman. And I know so many amazing Black Christian women who might have some difficulty with their gay child or trans child, but the love and that Christian vibe of loving everybody comes through. And I love that we get to model that kind of love on Clean Slate.
Yeah.
And I think in terms of the administration and all this propaganda and lies, everything he's doing is illegal, by the way, everything. So hopefully it'll be challenged in the courts. But I think at the end of the day, trans people are less than 1% of the population, and trans people are not the reason you can't afford eggs. We're not the reason that you can't afford health care. We're not the reason that you can't buy a house or your rent's too high. I think they're focused on the wrong 1%. I think the other 1% is the reason for all those things. I'm not going anywhere. I have a TV show on Prime Video, honey. I can't go anywhere.
And we don't want you to go anywhere. I mean, we love your activism, but I'm going to take it in a different direction.
Yes, ma'am.
We love your fashion, okay? You are a fashion icon, okay? Look at this. Look at what you're wearing.
What the hell?
You look great too.
You too.
You got a jacket I got on?
No, you too. You too.
Jesus, you're next.
You too. You're next. But you really turned it up for the Clean Slate premiere. I'm sure we have a picture, but what inspired them? I mean, this was like a turn up. I mean, I couldn't look away. What
Thank you.
inspired this look? And George, what has inspired yours?
I'll go first.
Tough act to follow.
The story behind the look, alludes my red carpet days, is Hello Goodbye. This was spring, Alexander McQueen, spring, summer 2024, Sarah Burden's last collection from McQueen. So she was saying goodbye, and I was saying hello with Clean Slate. And I've had this piece for a while, and I was like, we photographed it, and I was like, this needs a moment. And I've been collecting vintage clothes, fashion forever, and I've been dressing myself for the past couple of years. I dress myself today.
This is fabulous.
And the short hair, are you feeling the short hair?
Yes.
I'm in my short hair era. We have like 3 wigs in different colors that look like this.
it.
We have pixies. I'm having fun.
I need one thing from you. I need
The
one.
legend.
When she pushed that finger, that
Legend
means
to legend. Can we give it up for legends to legends? Legends. I'm gagging that I'm sitting between 2 comedy legends.
I just need 2 mama
we've been
jokes.
working so long together. We did Your Mama Jokes 30 years ago. And I met Whoopi. First time I met Whoopi's mama, I met her at the airport. She had a job sniffing luggage. Now let's go. Now, she makes me do these jokes.
She
and her
loves
mama,
it.
you all know her mama, her teeth are so crooked, she got a job at Home Depot making keys, right? But that's her mama, because she likes her Your Mama jokes, and I like telling them, and I just thank you. And my look comes from Louisville, Kentucky at the Muhammad Ali Museum. If you get a chance,
That
you've
might
got
have
to
been the
go
last
see
time I
what
saw it.
one of the greatest
Yeah.
men to ever walk this earth, Muhammad Ali.
Yes.
I love him. I got to meet him. I just think just
The
great.
story behind the look.
We're going to thank the 2 of you. It is such a pleasure, and I'm so glad to see you.
You know what?
He's so good in this. He's
I
so
know.
good.
He never remembers what a good actor he is, but I do.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Most of all, sir, you come back anytime, so we'll be back tomorrow.
Clean Slate is streaming now on Prime Video.